Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa bihi nasta'inu ala umurid dunya waddin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihim ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Alhamdulillah, today here is our first meeting for the next subject that you are going to learn, guys. Yeah. Yesterday we have our language testing subject, and then today we have the second subject called classroom action research. Yeah. And then since today is our first meeting, it will be the same like yesterday. Yeah. Our topic today will be about the overview of this subject. So what is it that you guys will learn from classroom action research? Okay. And then for your guys' information, classroom action research here, it is a type of research that conducted by the teacher. That will be my first explanation. Yeah, classroom action research is. Wait a second. Why so many of you guys try to get my permission to? Oh, Rapli Rinaldi. Okay. His step little bro passed away. Innalillahi. Okay, that's okay then. Classroom action research, for you guys' information, is a research that conducted by the teacher. So, when you try to conduct classroom action research, you have to be the teacher first. Okay, so when you guys still a student from English Department, Faculty of Education, Muhammadiyah University of Jakarta, you cannot conduct a classroom action research because you guys still a student. And then now, what does it mean by classroom action research? Yeah, classroom action research here is a research that aims to improve the quality of learning. Yeah, that's what we call by classroom action research. A research that conducted by the teacher. The aim or the goals to conduct this research is to improve the learning quality. Yeah. And in action research, there are several kind of characteristics, yeah, that make classroom action research different with other kind of research. First, what we call by hypothesis. Yeah, in action research, you guys have to conduct what we call by action hypothesis. That's the first characteristic. And then the second one, talking about classroom action research, it is only a specific or a small kind of research that take place, or the setting of the research here, only in a classroom. That's the second characteristic. And then next characteristic of classroom action research also, classroom action research here, it is only conducted by the teacher and then with several collaboration. Yeah, the collaboration for classroom action research, it can be from fellow teachers, and then it can be also from the principal, it can be also from the parents, all people that help the classroom action research process. You guys can call that as the collaborator of classroom action research. And then another characteristic of classroom action research consists of treatment. Yeah, So treatment here refer to the second term of classroom action research. Treatment here, it is the action that you guys conduct to solve the learning problems in a classroom. Yeah, and then next one, classroom action research. Yeah, classroom action research, also the typical or the characteristic of classroom action research based on cycles. Yeah, so first cycles, second cycles, third cycles, and then there are 2 cycles minimum in conducting classroom action research. Okay, and from the name of classroom action research here, you guys can conclude that this research conducted in a classroom, yeah, by the teacher using an action or using the treatment. Yeah, action, one more time here, refer to the treatment. And then when you guys become the teacher, classroom action research here is a non-stop kind of process. Yeah, so a professional English teacher or a professional teacher have to conduct classroom action research every single time that they have problems while they teach the students. Yeah, because the problem in classroom action research specifically located in a classroom. So if you are the teacher, you have to try to solve the student problem every single time. Yeah, since I mentioned it earlier, it is minimum 2 cycles in conducting classroom action research. So it's mean for the first cycle, it can be like 3 or 4 meetings, and then second cycle, it can be also 3 or 4 meetings. So in total, it will be like 8 meeting or 12 meeting in conducting classroom action research. And then classroom action research here is one of the development of action research. So the first, this research here called action research. And then this action research with a wider domain in doing research. So not only in a small domain in a classroom. Yeah, and then we have the development of action research. We have what we call by classroom action research. That the research here takes place and then the setting of this research only in a classroom. Yeah, and then besides that one, action research and then also classroom action research, we have also what we call by school action research. Yeah, school action research here, it is a research that conducted commonly by the principal of each school. Okay, so now guys, you can understand here the development of classroom action research, starting with the beginning, it is action research, and then after that one, we have classroom action research, and then after that one, we have school action research. Yeah, and while discussing about classroom action research here, the process of research based on the real-time problems that the teacher face while teaching their students. For example here, what is it, the real kind of problem that facing by student while learning? The example, lack of motivation in learning grammar. That's the example, yeah? Lack of motivation in learning grammar. So if you guys try to conduct an action and classroom action research for this one, so you have to provide a solution. Yeah, what kind of solution to improve the student motivation in learning grammar? For example, here the solution that you guys try to take, it is the use of mobile games in improving student reading skill or grammar skill. Yeah, so you guys come to what we call by hypothesis, action hypothesis that we have in classroom action research. So your action hypothesis here will be, it will be assumed that the use of mobile games will improve student grammar mastery or student reading skill. Yeah? That will be the example of taking a problem and then provide solution, and then after that one making action hypothesis. Yeah, so that will be the basic thing that you have to consider while you guys try to make classroom action research. But one more time, yeah, the ideal one, as I mentioned it to you guys earlier, when you try to conduct classroom action research, you have to be the teacher. So you are not a student, but you are the teacher that trying to provide solution for the learning or for the teaching process. Okay, so this classroom action research subject here, it is a subject that will prepare you guys after you guys become a teacher, become the English teacher. So you can try to conduct classroom action research while you guys become a real teacher. And then classroom action research, also the typical characteristic of classroom action research here, what we call by the process of comparing. Yeah, so you guys will try to compare between before you guys conducting the action or the treatment, and then after you guys try to implement the treatment. For example, before you guys implement the solution, as the example earlier, for example, the use of mobile game, yeah, before you guys implement the use of mobile games, yeah, your student score, for example, here it is still 50, yeah, and then after that one, after you guys implement mobile learning, your student score increased to, for example, 70 or 75. So it means you guys succeed in giving a solution for the lack of motivation for the student in reading skill or in grammar mastery. Yeah, that will be the example. And then another thing about classroom action research, you guys can watch a full explanation, yeah, from the video that I created for all teachers in Jakarta, yeah, and then the title is Penelitian Tindakan Kelas Kala Pandemi. Yeah, I want you guys to please try to watch that one as your basic understanding first about classroom action research. Yeah, you guys have to watch the video. Okay, and then after watching the video of penelitian tindakan kelas pada masa pandemi atau pada masa corona, you guys have to come with me with several kind of question based on my explanation to the video. Okay, this classroom action research subject, besides preparing you guys to be a professional teacher in conducting classroom action research, when you guys become a teacher, yeah, this subject also will help you guys in preparing a proposal. Yeah, so even here, you guys, you are not gonna conduct classroom action research in the near future. Yeah, before you guys graduate from this university, but still you are going to conduct a classroom action research proposal. Okay, one more time, yeah. You guys will make or will write the proposal of classroom action research. And then we'll start with the title, the problems, and then also the alternative solution, method, yeah. So only first chapter, second chapter, and then third chapter of classroom action research proposal. And then the description for each of the chapter for classroom action research proposal consists of the first here. First chapter, it is about the background of the study, yeah, the aim of the study, the significance of the study, yeah, and then also the analysis of the problem, and then also the alternative solution that you guys trying to provide. That will be consist on your first chapter of classroom action research proposal. Okay, and then for second chapter, it will be about review of related literature. Yeah. Second chapter consists of the relevant theories that you guys will use to support your research. For example, let's take a look at the previous example for classroom action research title. Yeah, it is about lack of motivation in learning grammar, and then you guys provide solution using mobile games. So for the theory, you guys will try here to mention the first, what does it mean by grammar, yeah, the theory of grammar, teaching grammar, yeah, and then also the problems in teaching grammar, solution in teaching grammar, characteristic of teaching grammar on each level of your guys' research. If you guys conducted the research in a senior high school, so the characteristic of teaching grammar in senior high school. And then after explaining grammar, you have to also explain about the mobile games. Yeah, so what does it mean by mobile games? How that we can use it in educational context, the instruction in using mobile games in educational context, all the things that need to provide for the theory, for the relevant theory that you're going to use to support the research. And then last one, in second chapter, you also have to provide your action hypothesis. Yeah, action hypothesis here, it is the basic assumption that you guys think the use of mobile gaming here can improve the student grammar mastery. That will be the example of hypothesis. Yeah, and then for the third chapter, of your research proposal in classroom action research, consists of the first, of course, it will be the setting, yeah, setting, place, time, and then also the procedure in doing classroom action research, the design of your research, and then the cycle of your research, and then also 4 steps in doing classroom action research, starting with planning, yeah, and then after planning, implementing, and then after that one we have observation, and then after that one we have reflection. That was a common type, a common step in doing classroom action research. You have to put that one in the third chapter of your research proposal. Okay, that's all, guys, for the overview of the subject. I guess that from the beginning of classroom action research, what you have to do, what is it classroom action research, and then your final project for this one, what you have to do, what kind of research proposal here based on classroom action research. Yeah. So hopefully for this semester, the final product for this subject, it will be your guys' classroom action research proposal. Okay, is that clear enough, guys, for the overview of the subject? Please.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, Habis, it's clear enough, right?
Yeah, I think it's for me it's clear enough. Maybe a
Okay.
couple of questions later.
Okay, thank you. But for the Q&A session, we'll share the new link, yeah, because it's already 7 minutes. Yeah. After this one, I'm gonna open the Q&A session. Yeah. And then the most famous expert that proposing the theory of classroom action research is, you can try to browse that one, yeah, from Lewin, yeah, Kurt Lewin, and then many of experts about classroom action research, type or model of classroom action research. Okay. Uh, Alhamdulillah, we have 32 participants. Okay, we have the improvement here. Thank you. And then after this one, I'll share it to you guys, the new link, yeah, so we can do the Q&A session. And I hope one more time, the 3 times absent in my class here, yeah, I'm gonna keep remind you guys, it is for both of the subject, for the language testing and then also for classroom action research. So if you guys already missed one class yesterday, yeah, so you have 2 more times. After that one, I'm gonna cross your name, and then you are not gonna succeed for my subject. Okay?
Objection, sir.
What is it?
Objection.
Okay.
What do you mean about the absence 4 2 became 3? I thought the 2 became 6.
Oh, 3 or 6. No.
You make such a
No, because if it is 6, yeah, I'm pretty sure that you guys, okay, I still have 1, so 5 to go. That's okay, to absent, yeah. So I'm gonna just decide it 3. So you guys will have a higher motivation to join every single meeting. And Rap, really know this, since you have your step little bro passed away. Really sorry for that. Yeah, and maybe that's okay. You don't have to join this meeting because that's good kind of permission, I guess. Yeah, I cannot say no for that kind of business. Okay, Ravli?
I try to do my priority.
Okay, that's okay if you don't want to join this meeting. Okay, and then next one for classroom action research also here. Every single meeting starting from next week, yeah, you guys will come to me, will bring your title, yeah, starting with the title. Okay, next one more time, you will come with your title, the title of classroom action research proposal. Thank you for smiling, Mama. Yeah, it seems like okay. That will be easy to take or to make.
Oh my god.
Okay, and the example of the title in classroom action research here, you can just use improvement, enhancing, yeah, improving any kind of skill, and then followed with what kind of alternative solution that you guys trying to provide. Yeah, the previous example I gave you guys earlier, improving grammar mastery using mobile games for senior high school. That will be really easy. to make the title. Yeah, but you have to consider, since it is a classroom action research, it's specific only in a classroom. Do not make a wider kind of title. Yeah. So one more time, guys, I'm gonna give you the suggestion here. While making the title of classroom action research, you have to focus on only problem that happen in classroom. Yeah, and because you guys already have your previous experience while doing your teaching practice, yeah, teaching practice 1, 2, yeah, teaching practice, while some of you guys doing the teaching practice in an international school, I guess, yeah, that Hafiz, right? And then some of your friend here.
No.
No, Hafiz?
I haven't practiced teaching in international high school.
No.
Last semester.
Really?
In third.
I thought that
Yeah.
was
No,
No,
it's Hanan.
oh, it's
from yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's okay. But my point here, you guys have your previous experience with the teaching practice. Okay, in my screen here, less than a minute. I'm gonna close this one and see you for the Q&A session. Yeah. And last, say Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And then get. Okay, that's all, guys. My explanation for the overview of this subject called classroom action research. Yeah, and then this session will be about Q&A for this classroom action research subject. But before you are going to give me the question, please, choose your question only based on the overview of this subject. Yeah, so do not ask me about what type of classroom action research, sir, blah 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 blah. Yeah, but please kindly ask me about overview of the subject